money don't make you who you are.
I know we don't.
And that's what a lot of people do. They think they get this money just like you. I know you scroll up on social media right now, Instagram. You see this nigga with this belt. They feel like, oh well, that money made me for that female to like me.
Because a lot of them didn't know who they were before the money anyway.
You know what I'm
saying? And that also goes back, I'm sorry, to clarification within the mental health, because a lot of men don't get that clarification, so they want to get clarification from everybody. I heard this. I want to get clarification from somebody else, and they want to just keep getting it and getting it and getting it because nobody actually gave it to them. Not even just money, just women too. Yeah. They just want to keep getting it and getting it until they actually find somebody. Yo, what is the word, people? Oh, I'm too loud on this mic. It's your boy Jahmal, and welcome to the very first episode of the Jahmal Rivers Show. This episode, man, I got two people that I'm interviewing today. But let me go back how I got started in the podcast game. I had a podcast by the name of Leave It on the Table first. So if y'all want to go check out all that old footage, it's on YouTube at JxMN. Messing up. But yeah, I had an old podcast and it was about mental health, small black business owners, small black entrepreneurs. And it was just something that I just created because I felt that we didn't have a space to, or had anyone to promote us. We had no one to put us on a platform so we can excel with our businesses. So I felt like I ain't got the biggest platform, but I got a platform somebody gonna watch, and that's what I wanted to do. So that's how I started in the podcast game with Leave It on the Table, and now we over here at Fishbowl Radio Network. And I'm the Jahmal Rivers Show. So can we get a round of applause for the first episode? Let's go! Yes, sir. But before we start this show is sponsored by Love Your Cuff. Ladies. Have y'all heard of the latest luxury athletic gear, Love Your Cuff? If not, I'm about to tell y'all about it. Love Your Cuff was started about a year ago by my sister named Drill. This athletic wear ain't just for women who work out either, ladies. It's for women all around the world of all sizes. Big, tall, small, it don't matter. With comfortable fabrics that will hug them curves and hold that cuff up, ladies. Y'all feel this? Feel that. Tell me if y'all like that fabric. Tell me if y'all like that fabric. No, tell the truth.
It feel cool already.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that one a little damn, but it's good. Okay. It's a little good.
And I like the wording on it.
You like the wording?
Yeah, it's calligraphy for me.
See? Hey, let's do it. Yeah. So if you ladies want some Love Your Cuff, check out her website at www.loveyourcuff.com. You can also follow her on IG at DRIA_fitcode. Again, that is DRIA_FITCODE for the latest updates and check out Love Your Cuff yourself. But on another note, this is the first episode, and these are my first two guests on this episode. I have Clare B.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
And STxY.
What's up? Stay jamming.
Oh, and they have two new hot singles out. Clare got that F You Though.
Yeah.
And then STxY got that Remedy. That both two smooth projects. Yeah. So before we even start, I like to start my episodes by, having a toast up. And Rose, Rick Ross, I need some sponsorship. Yeah. Y'all need some more? Go ahead, pull up. Let's get it. There you go. Oh, there you go. No, it's gonna be a long show. Y'all might well enjoy it. Okay. There you go. But Rose, I need my sponsorship and investment.
There you go.
So let's take this shot. Woo! To a good show, y'all. Let's get it. All right. Before we start anything, I like to ask all my guests, how are you guys mentally?
I like that. I'm actually on my way here. I was a little anxious because I was late. You know what I'm saying?
Man, late.
So they got to get to my mental a little bit. I was like, man, I hate that I'm late. But that's something that's like a pride thing, right? But I'm actually feeling good, man. I've been feeling like I'm persevering through a lot of stuff that I'm going through. So, man, my mental health is on a good level. And mental health is extremely important to me.
Yeah.
So when you said something about it, it really touched me because I want to start a podcast as well, focused around it. So,
hey, bro, let's
gonna talk about
let's communicate.
Yeah. I'm good. A little nervous, but you know, it's part of the ups and downs.
What you nervous about?
I don't know.
You got
just,
that Bella. You know?
I know.
Once you get that Bella in your system, you ain't gonna
No,
need to be nervous. You know what I'm saying?
it don't
We can have a good
matter,
show.
It don't matter. You know, I'm goofy as hell. I don't want to say nothing.
Listen, if anybody knows me out there, y'all know I'm probably the goofiest person that y'all ever met in your life. But that's the fun about it. Well, you gonna mess up. Oh well, we'll be alright.
I'm such a perfectionist, so it gives
ain't no such thing as perfect.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. Ain't
But
nothing.
in my world, there is though. In my mind, at least.
That's a mental problem.
It is.
You need to break
but
that.
hey, you asked me how I was doing, and I just gave you an honest
We went to
answer.
therapy session immediately.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, you know, I like to just see what my guest minds is at, because you know we don't. When the last time somebody asked you that?
Not really.
When the last time somebody asked you that? Exactly.
Man.
You gotta think about it.
Yeah.
Nobody cares that much, and then we just walk around with this shit on our back, and you know
how you doing is different.
Yeah.
From how are you doing mentally?
how you doing
really
today.
doing.
Yeah, how you
Yeah.
really feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have kids though.
Both of y'all got kids.
No, I'm not kids.
Oh.
I'm students.
Oh no. I'm gonna say God
No
damn.
kids. No.
Well, anyway, this is how we gonna start this one. F You Though and Remedy. What was the inspiration behind those songs? Whoever want to go first.
I'll go first. So, if you though, I have been through a lot.
Mm.
And if you though is not just about a
That voice.
nigga. It's not just about that. Like, if you really listen to the lyrics, it's just about finding yourself and realizing that self-love is the best love. And I have been through things and constantly turn to other people for validation, love, you know, that comfort. But at the end of the day, people are not there like you expect them or want them to be. You know, and but it's not their fault though. Like, it's people that only give you what they have, and some people don't have it. They, you know, they going through stuff they self. It is what it is.
What about them letting you? I mean, you letting them all the way in.
That's a whole.
Could it be a
mean,
dual side to
you know,
So what if it was on your side? What if you ain't want to like completely let them in?
I feel like I've let people in for sure, because I am an empath at its finest. Like, I am a total empath, and I know that I have let people in. Maybe not everybody, but I know that I have let people in. But I feel like that's why you end up shutting down, because the ones that you let in like that, they hurt you the most. But that's why the song is, you know, it's all love, but fuck you. Like, at the end of the day, like,
F you though.
It's all good. Like, it ain't gotta be beef. I don't hate you. There's nothing, you know, that I can do about what you've done. It is what it is. Like, you know, I just can't fuck with you the way that I thought I could. You know.
I feel that.
Okay. Well, for me, with Remedy, it was more so when I'm working on my project. So it's two sides to a story. It's the project I'm working on, right? So this side of it, Remedy, was more so that side of when you meet a girl and you want to really be her best friend. You really want to be her peace of mind. You really want to make sure that she's comfortable, even if, you know, she was talking to somebody else that kind of threw her off. You know, when you get off work or when, you know, you're done with your dude and he didn't stress you out, I'll be your best friend. I'll be your peace of mind. I'll be your medication, your meditation. Like, I'll be all of those things for you. And it go back to that mental health thing, right? Yeah. You need somebody in your circle that's gonna be like, look, come to me, I'll be your relief. Yes. I'll allow you to be, I'll be your remedy, right?
So you saying you'll be a side nigga?
I mean, now, in that moment in the project, right, it's a timeline, right? It's kind of like one of my relationships that I was in. I started off as the homie on the side, right? That was just trying to prove my worth. And I'm like, all right, look, I know your homie, you got your thing going on, and you know, y'all be stressing each other out, but like, when you come kick it with me, I got you. Like, we gonna chill. And it started their way.
So you was a little friend.
I was a little friend.
I
was a little friend, and then it, you know, once you get into that relationship, stuff happens. So when you hear the project, you're gonna hear you know,
that
how it's
sound
gonna
like
roll.
a bunch of side nigga fuckboy.
You know what I'm saying? It
Like
was.
your song correlate with her song,
Karma came
yours
with it,
correlate
you know?
with his. Like, god damn, that's a bunch of fuckboy.
I thought I was doing a good thing, but you end up seeing like how you know how you get them is how you lose them sometimes.
Yeah.
Damn.
The overall message was being, you know, somebody's remedy, right? Just being their, you know, their person that they can at least with.
I feel you. That's good. Ooh, Lord. All right, so I should have asked this question first, but I didn't. So, tell me about y'all. Like, where y'all from, some of your hobbies, like interests, just things that y'all do on a normal daily basis, you know. Just let the people know a little bit about y'all. F you though, Remedy?
I'll say off the real, you know, we both from Memphis, right?
Yeah.
So
Shit.
we Memphis people off the real, you know, I'm born and raised in Westwood. That's my community, Westwood in Memphis, Tennessee, man. I love Westwood to the death. I'm hearing they got some new improvements coming to the area, so I'm thankful for that. Yeah, but from Westwood, man, I've been singing, honestly, since I was a kid. You know, my folks are like really big in the church, so I had no choice at a certain point. I didn't even know I could sing, really. I just thought it was something that I had to do up until I got like in the 4th grade. My music teacher was like, "Oh, we got this Christmas play we're doing. We want people to audition." I'm like, "Okay, cool, I'll audition." I must have sang the song in front of like my class, and they lost it. They was like, "Oh, you sound amazing. You need to." So I'm hearing this. My ego got shot all the way to the sky.
And you was a kid too, so.
Yeah, at that point, I'm going home every day, singing every day, practicing every day. I still remember the song to this day, "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree." Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party. Yeah. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. That was my jaunt, man. Like, so I just sing it every day, and after that, I kind of fell in love with it, man. I've been doing that ever since, man. So I'm going with that heavy. Started doing shows in Memphis. Started trying to, you know, get out with it. And then kind of once I got in college, I joined the choir there. Started doing solos there. Started doing German music. Started doing all kind of stuff, right? Alcorn State. So, but any music program you get in, they're gonna make you do like some far-fetched stuff, you know. And I didn't really want to, and I wish I'd have had beforehand somebody to call me and say, "You can go to these schools. You can go to Juilliard if you want to. You can go to Berkeley if you want to.
You get the education."
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know all of that. So I went to the first scholarship. But I'm thankful for Alcorn State University. That's the HBCU. I love Alcorn State. It taught me a lot about me as a man. Got out of there, came back home, and I realized, you know, it was just something else I needed to achieve too. So I needed to find another location to kind of branch out, find some more people that were more like-minded, that really wanted to work, that really wanted to push themselves to that next level. So I'm here, man, now trying to make a shake. That's
Claire.
Okay. Well, as he said, we are from Memphis, but actually I am originally from California. So a lot of people, they
look like you from California.
Yeah, a lot of people, they wonder, like, even when I was in Memphis, people would always be like, "You ain't really from here, are you?" And I'd be like, "Nah, not really." Like, but I'm from Memphis. I claim Memphis. I've been.
You have an accent.
Yes,
So
now I do, because I've been there since I was like 10, right? So I mean, I was raised in Memphis, right? But I am originally from California. I'm always Lancaster, so it's like northern. No, it's Lancaster. It's north of LA, so it's like on the outskirts, it's growing now. You know, back then when I was there, didn't nobody know about Lancaster. It was just a little small town.
I ain't never in my life heard of Lancaster.
Mojave Desert. You heard of the Mojave Desert? It's in Mojave Desert, in the middle of.
I'm still trying.
I think I've been there for training. Is it Fort Irving?
Palmsdale.
I don't know what that's at. I was in the I was in the middle of the desert for some training in the military.
Oh,
military and all what you. What is
that? I ain't never want to go. But yeah.
But yeah, I've always been into not just singing and music, but just performing arts. Period. Like. Anything that I could be a part of as a child, I was in recording group. I've always been a nerd. Anything that had to do with music, dancing, like that was always my thing. I was always on like pom-pom, cheerleading. I just like anything that I can like perform and be in front of people and express in some type of way.
But you nervous.
I am.
It comes with the program.
But it ain't even nobody
I
help.
love it. Like, I still love to express, but I'm still very, very, because I'm a shy person. Like, people don't really believe. See, look at you making that face. People really don't believe me when I say that I am really shy. I have always pushed myself to not be shy because when I am shy, because of how I look, I'm not trying to be funny. People think that it comes off as, oh, she thinks she better than everybody. Yeah. She got an attitude. You know, like I get the light skin, whatever, seriously, I cannot be shy. So I've had to push past that. And,
That's crazy, that you can't be yourself.
It's really messed up.
Well, this world is so weird. You can't
messed
be.
Up.
It's crazy.
But that's my truth, though. So,
I feel you.
I've always loved the performing arts. I've been singing and writing since I was probably about 5. I remember writing just little, I love my family and I like my friends. I love friendships whenever like little dope stuff like this. So I've been writing forever, but this year I finally decided, so I quit my corporate job in April, and I said, you know what, I have accomplished so much, but I have not done what Clarissa wants to do, which is my real name.
I was about to say, who is Clarissa?
Clare B. Sorry, y'all. Clare B. Clarissa. Clare B.
I was about to say.
I have not done what I want to do, and I just was ready to do that, and it was really a part of healing for me to get back in the studio and to actually not just make songs, because I have plenty of songs in the vault that I've made years ago that I've never let anybody hear. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to release this and let people start to hear me and just see how they receive it. If they do, great. If they don't, that's fine too. But I'm doing something that I want to do.
That's how you grow. That's how you grow. Once you go ahead and put it out there, then you have no choice but to see how people react to it. Then you will know what you need to do as far as growing yourself and what works, what doesn't work.
Right.
So it's like,
because holding that shit in ain't gonna
it
ain't gonna be nothing but just held in, and then you just gonna have good music that ain't nobody heard.
I struggle with it too. I got friends like, man, you got that song? Why you ain't dropped that song yet? The one that you let me hear it. I'm like, man, it ain't ready yet. Man, that song go hard. Man, I ain't gonna drop it. I'll be like, no, it ain't ready, man. I know what a good song is.
But see, that's a part of being a perfectionist. Yeah. I think we all are perfectionists. I don't care what nobody say.
Nah, I get what you're
saying. It's in everybody.
It's certain stuff you really care about.
Yes, especially the stuff that you really care.
If you
care
somebody say you mess up, you gonna take that to the heart.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, damn, I don't even want to do this no more. And then you create
I'm sensitive about my shit.
There you go.
Everybody said it the best. That's how it is. Seriously.
That's how it's gonna be though. And it's just the way of this realm that we're doing, or this thing that we're doing that we call music or arts in general. It's gonna come with that level of sensitivity, that level of perfectionist, that level of just I gotta do it to this level or I ain't gonna do it at all, right? It's do or die type mentality.
Exactly.
Right, so it come with it.
Yeah. That's the same thing with this podcast, because if somebody had told me you suck, I probably would be like, fuck you.
Right.
F you though. F you though.
I probably would have thought about it for a second, like, man, this ain't gonna work. Then I would have thought about it, I could do this.
Right, because you want constructive criticism.
You need it.
You have to have that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's so hard to decipher the hate and the the constructive criticism,
I can tell now. I can kind of feel it in the energy, the way you say it to me.
Not through a text or a DM or something. Somebody DM you like, congrats. But they really I wish I had your spot.
Yeah.
For real though.
Yeah.
Man.
But what about when your friends, when you can tell the energy of them, I respect what you're doing, but low-key hating.
Hey.
But fuck you don't. Look,
I had friends where I felt I can tell that they hate. You know what I'm saying? You saying that you messing with me, but I can feel it.
You can feel it. Yes, you can. But if you don't, that's what if you don't.
And they start showing actions too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They start showing them actions. So we never know who's actually genuine. I'm genuine. That's why y'all here today.
Well,
so I
thank you
can
for having
genuinely
us.
put y'all out there.
And thank you for
that's the
being
whole
appreciate
goal.
you, man.
That's the goal.
I appreciate. I might need to pull the sax back out though. You was telling me like all the different things.
Bro, you should have brought the saxophone up.
Yeah,
Here.
I ain't played sax since high school, man. I used to play like all through.
I played for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It was like 2 weeks, and I was failing in the grade, and I had to get out.
I said, I'm straight, bro.
Oh my God.
I really was. I'm playing the saxophone. I played the piano.
Y'all heard of Masego?
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
He be going hard with the sax and
Yeah,
he be singing. So I was like, maybe I could bring.
Saxophone. Ooh, wait.
I fell in love with the sax before I fell in love with vocals almost, because like hearing the sax is almost like hearing vocals.
Yeah.
It's like singing through that joint, man. I be like, damn.
I love the saxophone.
I think if I had kept it, I think the piano would have been better than the sax.
But you know when it
that sax
sound better.
That sax is sax.
You ever heard of sax in the church? Man, even a sax in the church is actually a lot.
What you say?
We all fell asleep in church.
I ain't hear nothing. I woke up, like I said, I go to sleep when I get there. I wake up at the end.
Oh, y'all done?
Yeah.
Mom, we go? We about to go?
Right.
I
You might
fell
as well
asleep.
just stayed at home then.
Yeah, I wish. I was a kid.
You was forced to go.
Oh, yeah.
On the Sundays that I had to go, I would be in the back pew. Then my granddad was a pastor, right? So he would see us. Jairus. That's my real name. Jairus, come on up here.
Either one of y'all. People gonna be calling y'all by all different types of names. Jairus.
It's Jairus, but my granddaddy country, right? So he's a Jairus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he got it from the Bible, so maybe he's saying it right, I'm saying it wrong. But
I thought it was Jarvis. That's what it's Jairus. That's what I thought it was.
Jairus. Jairus. I feel like it's, I don't know. My whole life people mess up Jarius, Jairus.
Lord have mercy.
I know.
When your own people don't know how to pronounce your name, that mean
That's when you come up with your own.
You was
Stay
drunk.
jamming.
Yeah.
Come up with your own.
All right. So next question. Well, shit, hell, y'all kind of answered it. It was, how did y'all get into music? When did you know you had that great talent of that voice that y'all got? And who was the biggest influence to y'all to get into music?
Like I said, I've been writing forever. My dad was actually the one who first discovered that I could sing.
Mm.
And my dad is a pastor, so he used to try to make me sing in the church. And I used to, yes, PKs. I remember getting up, like I had to be probably about like 5, and he asked me to sing, and I just stood up there and I started singing, and I bust out the crying, because I was so nervous. And he's always been the one that knew I could sing, but I just never really got into it like that. Like I said, I was always nervous about releasing stuff, and like, because I knew I was gonna have to get up in front of people and sing if I did that. So,
but when you said like you bust out crying when he first put it, you was like, I gotta go sing. You got up there and you said, "Man, why you got me?"
Yes, it was very
you?
traumatic.
How was you?
Probably like 5.
Okay,
Parents always trying to put kids up to do stuff.
Yeah, I was little. I wasn't ready for that. But that's probably how I know that I knew how to sing, because my dad was always like, you can sing. But he used to try to force me to sing in the church, and I like stage fright. I just always had that. I've always had that.
I still got it a little bit, but like I've never been afraid to sing. It's just once it becomes a big audience, I get that level of like, man, there's a lot of people here. I gotta really do good.
Yeah.
When it comes to like, man, so like in the hood, yeah. For me, I guess when I realized like for real that I had it was my first talent show. And it was in elementary as well, and I did Mario, Follow the Directions. And everybody was like going crazy about it. And I really enjoyed that feeling of having other people really enjoy what I was doing. And then it boosted that ego a little bit more. It's like, man, people really are.
Yeah, when somebody fuck with you, I'm sorry. But when somebody really rocking with you, that's when you start, I can do this. I can do that. Then when you get that one person that they close to you, if you say your mama, tell you can't sing. How you gonna feel?
I mean, well, you can't sing. But see, my folks are always because like I said, my grandma for the most part was like the super most pushing, because like she was the one that would sing every Sunday, right? So if she got up there and sang, she was gonna make me get up and sing. Jairus, get up here and sing, because even if I didn't want to this Sunday, still to this day, if I go home, if I go to church, they're going to pull me up to sing, even if I'm like, I just want to enjoy.
You ever said your vocal service?
I should say that one. And sometimes it does. And I still be like, you know what? Let me be obedient. That's really where I be like, let me be obedient and do what they say. Because they my family, right? I be like, let me be obedient.
And I'm grown.
Very Southern and church mentality.
It really is.
It really is. No, seriously.
But she was that one that kind of like was my biggest influence. But like artist wise, when I first heard Usher 8701, I was a little kid, man. I got that CD and I listened to it like every day. I started rewriting the lyrics all the time and like started realizing, man, I really want to write. Like I thought Usher wrote all his own stuff. Mm-hmm. As a kid, I was so naive to artists. I thought that they did everything, right?
Said the same thing, me too.
Everything. So my mom was like, Usher was the coldest man on earth. I was sitting in my bunk bed at the top and just be singing all day, trying to get it just like he did it. And that's what really got me to the like practice of doing it, right? I really loved it. And then I was the only homie in the hood that was singing, right? And Westwood wasn't nobody out there singing. Yeah. Like they would call me singing that nigga. Oh, they said singing that nigga. So that's how they would refer to me. They were like, hey man, I'm gonna put you on the phone with my girl tonight after school. This is what they would do. I'm gonna put you on the phone with my girl, man, sing something. I'm gonna act like it's me though. I said, bro, she's not gonna think it's you, bro. How old were y'all? Man, we was in middle school, high school, bro. Like that's just how it was.
But y'all was on three-way?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, bro.
You know that three-way, then your mama get on the phone.
Yeah.
Now,
what if you was singing and your mama got on the phone?
She did. She done this. I've been saying a lot of stuff. My mama got on the phone, but like, boy, you off the phone for the next week.
That was them landlines.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't have that problem no more.
Yeah,
she watching me on live now.
Hey, mama.
Listen, and she can't hear my speaker messed up. She been like, I can't hear nothing. She comes and saying stuff in the comments. But yeah, that was my influence. My grandma really pushed me. Mm-hmm. My folks were already like musical because they had to be, because they were in the church. My granddad made everybody do something, either play the piano or choir director or sing. You had, because he was the pastor. He ran the whole mission. Yeah. It was his business.
Woke you up at 4 in the morning and everything.
You know what I'm saying? Stayed at church all the day. You know what I'm saying? Like we had to stay the whole time.
What?
After service, we want to talk to everybody. So I'm like, man,
hug everybody till they leave.
They still at church. I got school tomorrow. Y'all gonna make me do this all through the weekend like this? Wednesday Bible study, Thursday night revival, Friday night. We had to go to all of that stuff, man. I ain't gonna say I hated it. I ain't gonna say I hated it.
Hey, mama, he hated it.
In love with it.
He hated it. He hated it.
Eventually, but y'all forced him to fall in love with it. He hated it.
I ain't gonna say nothing else.
I mean, it's a lot. I relate. I get it.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Being there all day at church on Sunday, or then going to the, being the visitor at the next church.
Mom, if you listen,
and my daddy can preach for a long time.
I be sleep all day, Mom. I swear.
My mama started leaving my sister behind. She was like, "Oh, we ain't gonna be ready for church. You're just gonna get left at the house." And then we would go eat out. So my sister be mad. We would go eat out the church every time and get a good meal. Y'all didn't eat. You should have got up for church.
Thanks.
That would push me, honestly, that food.
Now that was one of the reasons why I woke up, because I always knew we was going to go to church, go to get something to eat out.
Popeyes afterwards, or KFC.
IHOP, they got that little special.
Waffle House.
Oh, we ain't had that Waffle House. Well,
that's a Southern thing?
Yeah, that's a Southern thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a Southern thing. Well, y'all, we finna go on break real quick. During break, we gonna have that new single, If You Know, by Clare B. We're gonna get back with y'all in 5 minutes?
There you go.
Welcome back to the Jahmal Rivers Show. That last song was Remedy by STxY, and that first song was If You Know by Clare B. Yes, sir. So we back. Y'all know I got some more questions for y'all, right?
Let's go.
You ready?
Ready.
Shy, you ready?
Call me Shy.
Late and Shy.
Late and Shy. He's just
all right.
Terrible dude.
So I know during the break we was talking about mental health a lot, because mental health in our community is not spoken about, and within this pandemic that we just had, I know that probably put a lot on y'all as well as a lot of other people. Yeah. So I want to know, during the pandemic, I know it was harder with us, but my bad. But did the pandemic and y'all sitting down help y'all get more inspired to do more music, get y'all more what am I trying to say? What's the word? Somebody help me out. More motivation, inspiration, just man, y'all know what I'm trying to say. If you're listening, you know what I'm trying to say. But now, did it help y'all think better to make more music? Or did y'all already have that before the pandemic?
No, I would say for sure. Like I told you, I quit my job in April. Like I'm an MBA. I have a degree. So by the way, gotta throw that I'm sorry. Whatever. But no, seriously, I quit my corporate job in April because I felt myself losing my mind. I literally, my mental health took a turn for the worst to the point that I have a heart condition. So my health was physically starting to deteriorate. And I was like back and forth from the doctors and stuff. And it was just stress. I was unhappy. And it was just like so many things that I like sitting in the house by yourself. Like that makes you face some things like that you did not realize were there. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to like, you can't go and party or link or whatever it is that you do to, get your mind off of stuff or run. Excuse me, that's the word.
You got face to face with them thoughts that you
come face to face like with yourself and your trauma, seriously. Like, and you're left to deal with that shit. You have to man, I had to quit my job. And when I quit, for some months, I just slept.
And I laid in the bed.
Man,
you needed that little mental break.
I needed it. I needed it. But I also realized that I had so much within me. And then I was like, I felt like a waste of my talent. And I was like, my thing was, I was asking God, why would you allow me to go through so many things? Why? I just I don't for what? And I think we all have asked God that question. Like, let's be real. We've all asked God that question, and the answer I got was like, it's up to you to use it how you want to use it for what, because at the end of the day, people are people. That's why I give y'all free will. Y'all are the ones down here really running stuff. You know what I'm saying? And how you're affected by it and how you let it affect you, that's on you. So what are you going to do? And I was like, you know what? I refuse to let all these things I've been through be in vain. I'm going to write about this shit because somebody else going to be able to relate. They're going to be able to feel it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not only is it healing for me, it's healing for somebody else. Because somebody else may not be able to get out the words and express it the way that I can.
Facts. That's why, and I'm going to say it again, that's why I made this. So people can express. I want people to be comfortable.
Right.
I want people to be able to, if you can't tell it to nobody else, tell it to just talk to me. Just have a conversation. If you don't want me to post or do whatever, I won't. But at the same time, you might need that conversation. Just that conversation. Because like I said earlier, people don't ask those questions.
Honestly, I tell people that the pandemic actually saved my life, man. Like something about it allowing me to slow down and allowing things to take a halt. Allow me to say, okay, look, I got time to think about my next steps. I have time to really get closer to God because things were just moving. Like I said, while we were in break, I lost my dad in 2018, right? Right at the end of 2018, I just graduated from college. And so it was just crazy. A lot of stuff was going on. I'm trying to find a job. I had a girlfriend that I feel like was requiring of me a certain level of being on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I needed to be on my shit. Not as if she didn't understand what I was going through, but I was expected almost as a man to be on your shit. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't there though. Mentally, after losing my pops and trying to find jobs and losing them and quitting them, and I'm like, man, I really just want to focus on my music, but I'm wanting to be what people want me to be, and my family maybe you should teach and maybe you should do this and maybe you should. I'm like, I just really want to do my music, right? That's what I want to do. But was it, wasn't paying the bills at the time and it wasn't really doing what I needed it to do. But it was still my passion. I know that it was something that I needed to push, and I know God wanted me to do it. So I had to start telling myself it's a purpose in your pain, right? The reason why you're going through things you're going through, God is setting you up for that next level. Yeah, you haven't got to this level that you want to be in your music yet, but it's some more things that God's trying to show you so you can get to that level, so you can help other people. So your music is not just for you, it's for the world.
Talk that talk.
So it made me really think differently, and it made me realize that stop putting limits on God. and limits on myself. But God created me. I was like, well, so I might not want to do these other things, but what is it that God has given me the ability to do that I could do to even feed and fuel my music, to push back? So I did. I was like, you know what? I've been pushing against this teaching thing, but what about that profession can I get into and make me learn more about what I need to do as a performer, what I need to do as a person, what I need to do in general so that I can have my business running. Like there's things I needed to learn as a man, seriously, so that I can be more organized, so that I can be more ready for what God has for me on that next level. And it made my music better. It made my mind better. It was like, you know what? And I was able to push past adversity. Stuff is difficult all day, every day. But when you say yourself, like, all right, I can't do this, that's when you give up. That's when you say, all right, I'm too tired to do my music. I'm too tired. I done worked all day. No, you're giving up and you're limiting yourself. Yeah, you're going to be tired sometimes. You're going to need to rest. You're going to have that. But when you give up on yourself, that's when you give up on God's purpose for your life.
Your purpose.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's what pushes you to live, really. Because, like,
man,
this world is so jacked. Like, your purpose is what drives you to just keep going. Like, there's nothing like fulfilling your destiny and your purpose. Like, and that's why, once again, like I said, that's why I quit my corporate job. People like look at me like I know they look at me like I'm crazy as hell because I just randomly this was like, you know what? I didn't know 2 weeks notice nothing. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I quit. And while it was a crazy decision, I feel the most peace and happiest I've ever felt probably in my life.
Yep, and that's all that matters because you was probably going dumb crazy.
Facts.
And that wherever you was corporate office, and they don't have those, like, that's another thing about these corporations and just business period. They don't have a space where you can go talk to someone or a lot of them. Hell, none of them.
They got them little
especially
help
for people
lines,
like us. I mean, them help lines.
But I don't trust them.
If you feel like you want to commit suicide, I mean, but what am I? How is that supposed to help through the phone?
Yeah, I feel it.
And it's not. It's because it's not personal. Like you need somebody to like personally relate to you and to like have some type of connection with you that you feel like, okay, this person really care. Like they care about what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, and they not just getting paid and saying, oh, well, you know, even if you go see a therapist, I still feel like there still got to be a connection there.
Yeah.
And it's not just because that person is getting paid to, you know, listen to you talk about your problems and tell you, oh, well, you need to, you know, stop letting people run over you.
Yeah.
Like I need a connection. I need to feel like you actually care. You know what I'm saying?
You're invested in me. You know,
you're invested in me.
And you know what? That's why my spiritual life got a whole lot more higher during the pandemic era. During 2018 up until now, my spiritual life increased on another level because I realized that there are maybe people that don't understand, but I do believe the Creator understands me and fully does. So in my mind, it was like He was helping me unpack those traumas, unpack a lot of the things that I thought were just like, why God, why this, why that. It was like, this is why.
Right.
This is why.
Right.
And this is the reason why you deal with this, because you dealt with this when you were a kid and you didn't even realize it.
Right.
Like, so it was almost like I was having therapy in my mind, and I didn't even have to speak to anybody. It was friends and family that I went to that actually did help me at times, but having that moment by myself to self-evaluate and be honest about what you really ain't done for yourself yet, or what you really blaming other people for. And it's like, nah, man, that's all you. You know what I'm saying?
All you.
Also, keeping that in your head, I'm just gonna keep it 100. That ain't good, because when you having those conversations with yourself, who answering yourself when you already got fucked up? So it's like I'm just keeping it all the way 100. It's like you having these conversations, but you already know that you messed up in the head. So when you not talking to nobody, you fucking yourself up.
But at the time, like I was saying, I feel like it was more like a conversation I was having directly with the Creator. It was almost like like open-minded realizations, like, oh, like stuff that I was not being honest with myself about initially. I feel like God gave me that insight in those moments. But true, I do need to. There is a power in finding congregation and finding someone that's gonna fully hear you and say, ah, yeah, you might be just telling yourself that. Yeah. So how about you go to someone that really does, or really is invested in you, really does care about what you're doing. There's always
gonna be confirmation.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like when you are, you know, spiritually in tune, it sounds different
Mm-hmm.
from what the typical answer that you would hear.
Yeah.
That's what I would
Yeah,
say.
that's when you can tell.
Like, you know, 'cause just relating to what you're saying, I get what you're saying too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but that's where the confirmation comes from when you come and talk to other people like you, but you have to have those conversations with yourself first and, you know, and be spiritually in tune, and then you get your answer, and then it's like, okay, you know, because you're going to question that too, because, like you said, if you fucked up, you might be giving yourself a fucked up answer.
Yeah, that's real.
You know what
So
I'm
you
saying?
step out of your comfort and you say, hey, this is what I think God has given me or told me, and you speak to someone that you trust. They're saying, "Oh yeah, I believe this is true."
But like, you don't even have to tell them.
Nope.
They gonna come to you, and the conversation just gonna flow the way it's supposed to, and it's gonna be confirmation, like boom, 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 like, oh my God, I was just, you know, thinking this. I was just, and that's your answer, you know. So
you're right.
You're right. It takes both. It takes talking to yourself, facing yourself, talking to God, and it takes talking to other people, and you know, and somebody that is. Man, having mentally stable and healthy people in your life is so important. Oh my God!
I'm gonna tell you about mentally stable because I had a conversation with Tad the other week and his homeboy PJ. I think it was PJ. Anyway, so we was talking about. I said something about mentally stable, and he was like, "Are you really mentally stable?" It was like. No one is mentally stable because you're going to go through something new every day. So if you're stable for this day, how you know you're going to be stable for the next day? You're going to be in the same mood. It's mentally staggering. That's what when he broke it down to me, I was like, oh, that's hard. So I stopped saying mentally stable. Now it's mentally staggering because you're taking everything a day at a time, and you're going to be dealing with different mental problems the next day. This day you could be happy. The next day somebody could piss you off, and then you know.
With it all.
So yeah, that's I got that.
That's another reason why I speak to people that are older than me on a regular basis or have been through life already. I'll get on the phone with my granddad and I'll spend hours on the phone with him, just trying to hear just his perspective on a lot of things that I'm dealing with and how he makes it almost plain and simple when you talk to him. It's like, yeah, I've been through that. And this is really just this. You know what I'm saying? And once you get ready to unpack that, it's going to reveal, everything's going to reveal itself, right? So stop stress. I had to learn to stop worrying and be concerned, but stop worrying about stuff altogether because it'll drive you mad.
Crazy.
Drive you mad.
What I try to do is, like you said, not just talk to the older people, but before you talk to anybody, I try to ask, what is your? Can you handle this? Are you good right now? Can we talk? Like, I need to talk to you. Like, can you handle what I am about to, you know, bring to you?
Can you handle what they about to throw at you?
Because they might be real.
Because it's a lot of people. I'm the type of person. I'm gonna tell you what you ain't gonna want to hear. But and you might not want to talk to me for a couple of days. But after you thought about it, you gonna be like, damn. Nigga was right.
Look, I appreciate those type of people though. It's very hard.
Takes a mature person to appreciate those type of people.
Yeah, but I mean, you know. But my thing is this: if I'm coming to you, I want to know what you honestly think.
Yeah.
Like if I'm coming to you, a lot of people, that's why they don't talk to nobody because they don't want to know. They don't want to hear it because deep down on the inside, they know they might be wrong about the shit that they doing,
they ain't really
how they acting,
know they
whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? But there's times and moments that, you know, that we're ready to grow and we come and say, okay, what do you think or feel about this? And it might be like something that happened months ago, but now I'm ready to talk about it because I think I might have been wrong, or you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people ain't mentally strong to accept that what other people gonna say too, because you know somebody gonna tell you the truth like it is. They gonna be like, I have to ask you a question though. You were saying, so you're a teacher. What type of teacher are you?
English 3.
English.
Yeah, English is always my favorite subject. Go back to that writing and man, I love English, right?
So
it's my favorite.
You can get back into that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, but you good.
But no. So with you said you want to teach the mental health. Do you teach that to your students? Do you make them write papers about mental health? I would make they ass write a paper every other month. How you doing?
I ask them every day though. What I do is this like mood chart in the morning, right? I'll go to them in the morning. I'm like, look, so what is how are you? Because the thing is, some days I ain't feeling up to it. One, the teaching profession, I'm still new to it. This is like my first year really.
Y'all don't get paid enough either.
We don't. Just that 56 ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? They should start us off at 80. It's probably one of the most needed professions. Yeah, I'm gonna get that free up. Get that.
You get y'all right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Anytime y'all come to the show, I know y'all gonna have to look.
But yeah, every day I go ahead and say, I ask people when they walk the door, man, how you doing? And I be like, actually, how you doing? Like, cause they'll say, oh, I'm good. And I got a lot of students that they're real quiet and they don't really want to talk. Mm-hmm. So I have to say, look, no, seriously, how are you doing? Because if you're not feeling well, you know, I can understand that. Like, I'm expecting you to perform today, but if you can't perform, that's okay. Sometimes you really can't. Sometimes I go to work,
be okay,
and I'll be like, I be 100 with them, y'all. I ain't my day today. It ain't my day. Yesterday was kind of crazy. Last night I ain't getting no sleep. So I'm not feeling my best, but I'm going to try to give y'all what I can give y'all, right? So I'm going to be 100 with you from the jump. So you can be 100 with me about where you are mentally. Where are you seriously? Because a lot of them, we don't realize what these kids are going through. We weren't honest about what we were going through when we were kids. We were just going to school because we had a lot more fear instilled in us.
Because we didn't know how to express it either.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to.
And if we did express it and then got back to our parents, guess what was happening?
He ain't going through that. Ain't nothing wrong with that boy.
He ain't nothing wrong with him. Why you go to that school and tell him?
You know what I'm saying? So I think, man, God is opening my mind a lot in this profession. To be honest, though, I feel like, and I don't know if my kids are going to see this later, but I do feel like this is going to be my last year because I feel like what God is trying to instill in me here is being realized. And he wants me to take this to the next level when it comes to my business, when it comes to my music, when it comes to what he has purposed me to do. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of the reason why I haven't reached that next level is because I was afraid of it.
Ooh,
facts,
right
bro.
There. Ooh,
that was
that just
facts.
Something inside of me right there.
That's what a lot of people
afraid of.
Like we were saying, a lot of people are just scared of what someone else is going to say and how someone else is going to feel, and when whatever they feel is going to affect us, and that's what you say, fuck you though.
Man, I had a friend that used to ask me, what are you afraid of? Success? Mm-hmm. And I, like, look,
you
years
are.
ago, I was like, what are you talking about? I'm not afraid of success. Why would I be afraid of success?
Crazy.
And I'm like, but now that I'm like more like mature and I'm like there, like,
self-evaluation.
Wow, that's so crazy because that's what I was scared. I was so scared of. I'm not saying we grew up broke, but we didn't grow up having much, and we never touched it. So even with, I'm gonna keep it 100. So within the last week, I have not been able to sleep because of this, and I have done it before already. But I feel like this in a way because they got bigger audience and everything. People gonna be listening when they do listening, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm a little nervous. I'm worried about what they saying. And success, I was like, if I do be successful off this shit, what am I gonna do with it?
What's gonna really happen?
What's gonna really happen? And that scares me because it's like I feel it in my body that I'm gonna be successful, and I feel it every time I speak on it. I get chills. I'll be like, yeah, something will happen, but I don't know what. But at the same time. I'm serious, but I don't know what. But at the same time, man, that not being successful,
it's scary, man. I'm a self-sabotage.
It's really scary.
I had to self-evaluate this because even when I first started teaching, I quit initially. And I was like, I can't do this. And I was like, no, that's the reason why you're not as consistent as you are with your music. You get into something, you're afraid you're gonna fail, so you immediately pull back and like, no. And even in relationships, this going too good. Let me bag out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was because I was afraid to honestly
of the goodness.
Yeah, it was like, do I really deserve this? Am I really ready for this?
I was just about to say that. Last night, you know, after I performed last night, I was on like this such high, right? I was proud of myself. I was like, man, look. And
you was in front of a lot of people.
Look, let me tell you something. I realized last night, I was like, Claire, you won't even allow yourself to be happy. You won't even allow yourself. Why are you doing that to you? Why? Why are you the one in like, it's you versus you in your head. and you, the person telling yourself, but you didn't hit that note like that the way you want it. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You didn't such and such. And
Perfectionist. That's where that came in.
Facts. But I'm like, I had to stop myself and say, you know what? I deserve to be happy. Like, I'm mad that everybody else is happy.
Facts.
But I won't allow myself to be happy.
You was bitter.
Yeah, I've had my bitter moments. I don't know, like everybody. Look, no.
Being 100.
Let's be real.
There's been some times you've been a little envious.
Been bitter, okay? Everybody been had some bitter moments that you like. Oh, why they get to do this and I'm a good person? Why?
Oh yeah,
why can't I realize that's bitter?
I was like, why this
bitter?
I know I can do it. I work with them too.
I can do it. I'm better than that.
Yeah, I know my stuff go harder than this.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, when I do succeed or something does great happen for me, I'm like not allowing myself to bask in it. But I'm like, is it because I'm afraid that I'm basking in ego and pridefulness? Because we've been taught not to be vain and not to, look at yourself like a certain. Don't be humble. Be humble now.
This your first episode. You got the right two on it.
Man, I'm kicking this off right.
Hey, but I was like, say that. We got to realize that our imagination can work for us and against us, right? Yeah. So whatever you think, it will be, right? So if you are thinking, oh man, I'm nervous. Oh man, I might not go right. You starting to tell yourself these things, and it may come true because you're telling yourself that from the jump. So what you gotta do is imagine yourself killing it. Imagine yourself going out there being a whole nother individual when you step on that stage and you killing it. So I had to tell myself that before I go, man, you about to murder this, bro. You about to change lives tonight, bro. Something about to happen where your whole trajectory is about to shoot up, and it's okay. Don't be afraid of it. I had to tell myself that so that imagination becomes real. Because if I say the other parts where, man, what if I mess up? What if I hit the wrong note? What if it happens? Right. It happens every time I do it. Every time. So that's
somebody just said, oh yeah, shout out to Big D because he was the one who
see y'all people.
I got off live, man.
He said you didn't shout me out. Shout out to Big D.
Shout out to Big D, man.
He was the one. He was the reason why I did the show last night. Thank you so much.
Shout out to Big D. Shout out to JxMN. Shout out to Drill. Shout out to the whole family. Shout out to Love Your Cup. Shout out to UE. All my other small black business on y'all know I love y'all. Shout out to all y'all too. But we're about to go on a break.
All right.
I got to use the bathroom, and we'll be back in probably like the next 5, 6, 7, 8 videos. Let's get it. And we back, just like that. And I'm black. Nah, let me stop playing that y'all. Welcome back to the Jahmal Rivers Show, baby.
Hey,
we real loose up in here. You know the bell gone. Hey, Ricky Rose.
I'm real in there.
We gonna have that Rose all the time, and I need an ambassadorship sponsor because I'm tired of buying this, and I need y'all to send me a case.
Get my guy together, man.
Hey, man, if you go on my YouTube and you see all my other videos, that's all I got. I ain't got nothing else.
Give him that money.
I've been doing this thing. But back to that. So it's a lot of people that want to put their music out, nervous, anxiety, scared, all type of ways. What advice would y'all give them as far as getting on stage for their first time? And y'all first performance or y'all most nervous performance, the performance that y'all was just like, I can't do this. Just one of them. Let me know about them.
I mean, advice for people that haven't done it before, have never gotten on the stage before. I mean, you're never going to be completely ready anyway.
Thanks.
So just go ahead and do it, because the only thing that's going to come from it is you're going to get better and better from it. The first time you go out there, you might bomb, you might mess up, people might let you know that you messed up. But if you really love what you're doing, if you really think that you have something and you know that you're capable of changing lives with it, and that's what your passion is, go back out there. Anything that you do, there's a learning curve. Everything that you begin, you have to, even with riding a bike. When you first got on that bike, you know what I'm saying? You feel a couple times. I got a couple little scars on my elbow still from going down that hill. You know what I'm saying? So you have to learn. You have to get better at it. So just go. Do it. Start. Begin. That's the only way you're going to get better at it. You just go.
Must fail to succeed.
That's my
I
vibe.
completely agree with that. I don't even think there's anything to add, but you gotta try.
Yeah.
And I just literally said that on my IG. Like,
Got to.
you just have to try. You have to put yourself out there and not be afraid to look stupid.
Hell, you can't. You cannot be afraid to fail.
You
because
cannot be
we talked
afraid
about
to
that.
fail.
we
or
just
look
had that,
stupid.
but yeah, that's literally the main thing as far as like succeeding, especially us as black people. Don't be scared to fail. We gonna fail regardless. You gotta fail.
That's a part of the learning.
Jay-Z didn't fail. Kevin Hart didn't fail. Freaking Charlamagne the God didn't fail.
That's his guy.
Yeah, that's my man's, man. Hey, if you listening, if you ever listening, bro.
That's all, man. Get that mind on.
Man, get me on the Breakfast Club. Brilliant Idiots or whatever. I'm down to talk. You know what I'm saying? But no, you gotta fail in order to succeed. If you don't, hey, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you think you're gonna be.
Man.
Ain't nobody
Fail
perfect.
forward. That's what I think Will Smith said it. Fail forward. You got to. You got to continue to say.
Break that down in 2 minutes for me.
All right. So to fail forward, it really just takes you to actually try to success. So like, if you're gonna try to succeed, you're gonna fail when you try.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that you try to do is gonna initially start with some failure. So if you're failing forward, you're constantly learning every time.
Right.
Every time you fail, it's like, all right, I failed. I messed up in this way. I can fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next time I go, if I mess up in another way, oh yeah, let me fix
It's a
that.
different
It's
lesson.
transfer learning, right?
Yeah.
Every time it's like, all right, I learned this time. Let me take it to the next time I do it. Oh snap, I messed up on another thing. All right, let me fix it. Take it to the next thing that I do, right? It's all about failing forward, being in a position where you trust yourself to fail. Have enough strength in yourself to say, all right, I might not know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I really
Basically,
want
like
this.
just looking at failure as a positive thing.
Mm.
It's an opportunity to learn.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think about that every day. I be like, man, I know this podcast, I do vending and I also do Toro. And I be like right now with vending, I ain't making nothing but like $7 a week. But at the same time, it's a slow process and I'm prepared to, if I don't make money there again, because you gotta fail to succeed. That's how I look at it. I look at it, you gotta fail to succeed. everything.
It's a learning curve.
Yeah, everything is a learning process. You're not gonna get what you want on the first try, and if you did, hey, you lucky. That's a jackpot, but it don't work like that. It really don't work like that.
That's just how it is, man. I quit jobs all the time. I quit so many jobs just on the level of, man, I don't want to do this. I'm trying to do my music. Now I quit, and I'll be like, dang, I do need to work. So, let me find something. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So,
I need some money.
I've been that way so many times. I was like, you know what? Let me find something I can really learn that will work for what I'm trying to do, and will allow me to be able to still do my music and still be able to, have that time for it. So that's where my process is right now, just trying to figure out what will allow me to still make some money until my passion makes it for me.
Yeah.
And stop looking at money like it's
the main thing.
No, it's just a resource. It's a resource. You're the source. You're the source. What you have is so people need you. So just let money be a resource.
Need you to make money.
Yeah.
And I think about that too. I be like, man, money ain't really. I mean, yeah, we need it.
We need it, but
we need it drastically. But at the same time, it's just like money don't make you who you are.
I know we don't.
And that's what a lot of people do. They think they get this money, just like you. I know you scroll up on social media right now, Instagram. You see this nigga with this belt. They feel like, oh well, that money made me for that female to like me.
Because a lot of them didn't know who they were before the money anyway.
You know what I'm saying?
And that also goes back, I'm sorry, to clarification within the mental health, because a lot of men don't get that clarification, so they want to get clarification from everybody. I heard this before. They want to get clarification from somebody else, and they want to just keep getting it and getting it and getting it because nobody actually gave it to them. Not even just money, just women too.
Yeah.
They just want to keep getting it and getting it until they actually find somebody. That's why a lot of these hood niggas like Dirk, he didn't have that clarification. Obviously, then he found his girl in India, and now she ain't going nowhere. It just take a lot, man.
You know what?
He ain't gonna get stuff.
Somebody told me, man, everything a man does is driven by a woman, right? Everything that you do is because you want a woman to actually be attracted to you and like you, right? So it's like when you get up in the morning, it's like, man, I gotta do this because I need to find my woman, right? It's just, but I'm starting to learn that it doesn't have to be about the woman is going to come and she's going to assist you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wake up every morning because you know that you have a purpose.
Who you are.
You know who you are, and then the person that comes in to be your helpmeet will just be just that.
Because you can meet 1,001 helpmates. Because I'm like, y'all, how many men have ran into 1,001 great women, but wasn't ready for them?
Because they want to be them.
They still didn't feel like. They still didn't feel complete or validated because they weren't complete and validated within themselves.
And they don't get that validation from their mama, their grandma, their daddy.
And they not.
Brothers.
That's what they gotta find. That's why it's all love, but fuck you know. That goes for everything. That's why I wrote it. It goes for everything and yes. Because you have to find that love and that validation within yourself. Because ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. They just not. No matter how much they love you, no matter how much they there, they just not.
Like, once that person leave, who you got?
Who you got?
You. Yeah.
I know we barely got
you.
Time.
You barely got you.
Nah, talk your talk.
But yeah, like, so you know how for a long time I would feel a way about like support, right? Like from my family or from other people. I had to learn that like they have never seen anything outside of what they have seen, right? So like if I'm feeling a type of way about them not pushing me or not being like in my mind, I'm like, man, y'all don't really want me to succeed, y'all don't believe in me, but it's like, no, I only believe what I've seen. I only can be honest about or be open about what I know, right? I can't help you with anything else. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to show me now what is out there, what's capable. You have to give me another level of faith. Because my faith is right here. It's inside of a mustard seed for real.
People cannot give you what they don't have.
Whoa.
Say
it again. Lord have mercy. I love it.
So we be mad at these folks like, man, y'all don't really, man, I ain't gonna lie.
That's real, bro.
Everybody goes through things that's why I like conversating with people, because people go through things that you don't know that they're going through, but they're going through the same shit you're going through, and that's a conversation that you can have.
Yeah, I don't even know how we got here, but we got.
Hey, we don't never know how we get here, but hey, conversations is the best, man. Hey, because it get you different thought processes from other people. She probably was thinking differently than you. She put something in your head. I put something in your head.
Right.
She put, you know, everybody just think differently.
Let me tell that the creator is intentional, because all of us are learning from each other in this moment and confirming things within each other.
Like I just said, when you come out, it's gonna be confirmation.
Facts.
It's all confirmation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the way the universe works. Y'all so silly.
All
right. So before I have y'all sing, I don't want y'all to sing for me. I want y'all to sing for me. Before I have y'all bless these microphones, I just want to ask y'all a question. How far do y'all plan on taking this music thing? Is it like a little side hustle? Is it like, or y'all trying to be on them stages with Drakes?
I'm trying to
that was a question.
Yeah, I'm trying to do what God wants me to do. I feel like it's all in God's purpose. Like, so I've learned that I no longer desire like a level of fame. I just desire that my music reaches who it's supposed to reach, and it has a purpose behind it, right? I no longer want to put out anything that's not fruitful, that does not actually bring forth some type of happiness, some type of revitalization towards other people, right? So if I'm gonna put it out, I have to believe in myself that this is about to help somebody, or this is about to make somebody happy. Yeah. This is about to make somebody dance. This right here, even if it don't reach the level that I wanted to reach, I know that I have an audience of people that are really loving it. But I do want, of course, I mean, everybody has a desire for it to, be on that level, but I no longer feel like that pool of I gotta be on these stages. No, God is gonna make it happen if it's supposed to happen.
Right.
And honestly, if you're doing it for the right purposes, it's gonna elevate you to the right places. That's how I feel.
For you.
Lord,
I'm over here cheesing ear to ear because I'm like, wait, that's me. Wait, hold on, time out. Because like I feel the same way. I just want to be able to reach a certain level of community that people can hear my music and they be like, I can listen to Claire and she gets it, she feels it. Like, I've had a couple of people like on Instagram and even TikTok like reach out to me and be like, oh my God, this song, like I feel it, I can feel the emotion in it, I feel the same way, I've had it on repeat, like. And I ain't even on that level yet, but like just those few people, like it like you. Man, it just makes me like, wow, you know. And that's what I'm here for, and that's what I want to do it for. Like you said, of course, who wouldn't want to be on a stage with somebody? Like, come
that's
on,
my guy. You know
like,
what I'm saying? You get me on a feature, I'm in there tonight. Hey, put me on, I give me on.
But like you said, you know, whatever God has planned is the plan and the purpose. But of course, you keep pushing. You know, you keep pushing for whatever you know see yourself doing. Because if the dream is there, you weren't the one who put it in you. Mm-hmm. So, like, you know, I just posted that earlier. I said, when, you know. I'm trying to think what exactly did I say. I said when the dream comes to you, you don't have to chase it. It just happens, right? Like your gift shall make room for you. And if it's your gift and like, you know, it's divine intervention, like I don't have to constantly like run and hustle and do, well, can you please let me be on your show? Can you please do it? You know what I'm saying? It's not you know what I'm saying?
I heard y'all sing, I said.
But because your gift shall make room for you. You know what I'm saying? It happens the way it's supposed to happen when you're operating in your purpose and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're doing what you're called to be doing. And I know I cried about that for the longest. I know that I am talented, I know I'm gifted, I'm great at a lot of things, but what is my purpose? What you want me to be doing that's gonna be like so almost effortless? But even though I'm putting in all the hard work, it don't feel like it because I desire to do it and I'm progressing just naturally. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be like, you see this report I did? It's perfection. You know what I'm saying? Or I did this and I did that. And it's like I'm perfect in all these ways and I'm still not being recognized for it. I just want it to be effortless. Y'all see me? Y'all hear me? I'm here.
You want to be perfect.
You do desire to be perfect.
That's what you got to say.
You gotta work on that. You gotta work on that perfection aspect where it's like, yeah, I'm imperfectly perfect.
Yes,
right? That's how you gotta look at it.
That's how I feel though, seriously. Like, and that's how I've learned to look at it. And I don't look at the word perfect or the thing perfect as a negative thing. I just feel like perfection is just constantly seeking the next level of greatness or success or being better than you were yesterday.
Yeah, because you know you're flawed. You know you're flawed. Yeah, you know that you're going to come with a level of flaw, and then you're going to have several flaws. But if you're constantly trying to work towards it, you're in there. All right, but
no, continue.
But yeah, so that's how I feel about it too, man. I really agree with you all the way with that, all the way.
All right, y'all got 30 seconds, and I'm gonna count it down.
Okay, cool.
29, 28. Wait, how that boy say? 1, 2. Oh, yeah, I got 45 seconds. We got time. We got a little time before we have to end the show.
So
I want to hear y'all sing a little something, or poetry. So who want to go first?
Go ahead and play. I like ladies first.
Ladies first.
All right.
So what you gonna sing? You gonna sing?
I guess I'll say something. This is something that I wrote a while back, so I might release it. I might not. We'll see.
All right, let's see. You go now.
Someone call the doctor, call the paramedics. Someone please hurry to me. I put my head on his chest so I could hear it, but this man's heart doesn't beat. I tried to revive him, stood right here beside him, but this thing ain't taking for me.
For me?
Now was there something I did and I just can't fix it, or did this happen previously? I put my hand on your heart to try to give you someone, but you're so damn cold.
That's your thing. Girl, you was getting into that thing. Hey, I forgot I had a timer set up. Hey,
that sounds good though.
I forgot I had a timer set up.
I
You
might
were doing
release
your
that.
thing.
I might eventually release that.
You got to.
Nah, you got to.
You got
I got
to.
my feelings for 2 seconds. I was
Hey, for a minute, I was
Lord.
like, awesome.
I closed my eyes and forgot where I was at. All right, now it's up for you.
I got
Stay
you.
jamming.
I'm gonna give you something that used to get me up every day, right? This song, I still love it to this day, right? It was waking me up, and I feel like it speaks to me, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of it. Shawty, all I got is $1 and a dream. If you're gonna come with me. You see, I tried 9 to 5 and it just don't fit me.
Okay.
I could get us out the hood and have us living good if you feel me. But I ain't leaving here if you ain't with me. Because a suit with a smile that don't fit me. Taking a bus with some miles that's gonna kill me, y'all. I gotta turn it around, start this thing from the ground. Girl, as long as you're down, I know. Looking at you day after day, I know I just gotta make it. Yeah,
Just gotta make that time.
Let's go.
I killed that. All right, man. Before we get out of here, tell me what y'all got going in the future. What y'all got planned? Y'all events y'all got going? Any entrepreneurial things that you guys have going, or just tell me what y'all got going.
Okay, cool. I want to start. I'm starting a podcast. Stay You. I'm going to start it. Stay You.
Yeah.
Right, and we're gonna do it together, right? We're gonna do it together.
We definitely gonna do that shit.
Hey, let's go.
Hey,
Stay You is
real
gonna
life.
be a mental health campaign. I also have my project coming. It's called Two Sides to a Story. That's coming at the end of fall, so be looking out for that. I'm not gonna give you the date yet, but it's gonna drop.
Man, tell them your ads, man. Now, what they gonna be looking out
Also,
for?
find me at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. It's STxY, STxY, JxMN. Right? A lot of folks think it say sticks or something like that. But
I thought it said sticks.
Right?
That's why I asked you, what's your name?
Stay jamming. Maybe I need to put the A's back in there. I was trying to make it unique, but it's stay jamming, right?
Bro, people ain't that smart.
They not. But just like Black, when he got his joint out, he had the 6 people saying 6
I didn't
Black.
know what his name was for like 2 years. If you want to keep it 100,
But it was unique, right? It made you think about it and be like,
Yeah.
what is his name? And it made you want to pay attention to it. So that's why I like it. Stay jamming, y'all. Check it out. Take it up.
All right. Well, I can be followed on TikTok and IG at the lovely Clare B. Oh, that's me. But I am working on an EP. I'm trying to drop it by my birthday in April, so y'all be looking out for that. And I am working on Clare's Chronicles, which is going to be just, some little snippets and insight of my life, some things that I have been through, and the things that I have learned from them. So it's going to be Clare's Chronicles. So
Like
be
that.
on the lookout for that.
I like that.
All right, that is the first episode of the Jahmal Rivers Show. Thank you, Clare, and thank you, STxY. And everybody who watching, like, comment, and subscribe. And
Hey, you got to see me.
catch me next week.
Let go.